Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Iman bin Husni from the 82A. My registration number is 02D820F1031.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name Muhammad Syairazi bin Muhammad Noor. Matric number 02D820F1015.
So today I'm going to present about definition of monetary policy and fiscal policy, and also type of monetary policy. So first thing first, I'm gonna present about monetary policy. First and foremost, the definition of monetary policy. Monetary policy refers to a policy which employs the central bank's control of the supply of the money as an instrument for achieving the objective of the general economic policy. Monetary policy aims to achieve the optimal level of employment and output, price stability, balance of payment equilibrium, or are the goals of the government economic policy with the regulation by the central bank. Objectives of monetary policy. First, to maintain domestic price stability. Second, to achieve a balance of payment equilibrium. Third, to achieve full employment of resources. Fourth, to achieve a higher rate of economic growth. And last but not least, to maintain a continuously low structure of interest rate. Next, I'm gonna present about fiscal policy. So the definition of fiscal policy is referred to the use of government taxation and expenditure to influence the country spending, employment, and price level. In other words, fiscal policy refers to the regulation of the level of government spending, taxation, and public debt. Government expenditure, tax income, and public debt are important factors that influence the aggregate output, employment, and prices in the economy. Objective of fiscal policy is first, securing the efficient allocation of economic resources. Second, attaining and maintaining full employment. Third, accelerating the rate of economic growth. And last but not least is controlling the equitable distribution of income and wealth. So next, I'm going to discuss about types of monetary policy. In monetary policy, we can divide into two types, which is expansionary monetary policy and contractionary monetary policy. In expansionary monetary policy, it's aimed to increasing the money supply in the economy. This policy is either to control unemployment or during a recession. The instrument used in the expansionary monetary policy are buying the government security and bonds, decreasing reserve ratio, and increasing discount rate. Last but not least, this policy is shown as the shape of aggregate demand curve from AD0 to AD2. So we can refer to the textbook, page 371. So the curve AD0, the demand curve, aggregate demand curve AD0 to aggregate demand curve as 2. So the QF is go to Q2, which is the curve is shift to the right. So next, I'm gonna talk about contractionary monetary policy. This policy is adopted to decrease the money supply in the economy. This policy is employed to control inflation. This instrument is used in the contractionary monetary policy as selling government bond, increasing reserve ratio, and increasing discount rate. This policy is shown as the shift of aggregate demand from AD0 to AD1. You guys can refer to textbook, page 371. from aggregate demand curve AD0 to aggregate demand curve AD1. This curve shows the aggregate demand curve shift to the right. It causes QF shift to Q1.
Type of fiscal policy. First, expansionary fiscal policy. Government may support an expansionary fiscal policy in order to promote growth during an economic downturn. An expansionary fiscal policy usually involves greater spending in excess of that revenue than during normal period, especially on measures increased employment, like to contraction of public work, while also reducing tax to stimulate consumer demand. Second, contractionary fiscal policy. The contractionary fiscal policy is adopted to overcome inflationary problem. During inflation, the appropriate fiscal policy is to create a budget surplus in order to reduce aggregate spending. The instruments used in contractionary fiscal policies are the increasing of tax and the reduction of government spending. Tools of government policy. First, they all use open market operation. They buy and sell government bonds and other securities from member banks. This action changes the reserve amount the bank have on hand. A higher reserve means bank can lead less. Second is reserve requirement, in which the central bank tells their member how much money they must keep on reserve each night. They have enough cash on hand to meet most demand for redemption. Previously, this reserve requirement has been 10%. However, effective March 26, 2020, the Fed has reduced the reserve requirement to zero. Third, discount rate. That's how much a central bank charge members to borrow fund from its discount window. It raises the discount rate to discourage bank from borrowings. That action reduces liquidity and slows the economy. By lowering the discount rate, it encourages borrowing that increase liquidity and boost growth. 4. Interest on reserve is paid on excess reserve held at reserve bank. The current policy of paying interest on reserve allow to the Fed to use interest as monetary policy tools to influence bank lending. Of government fiscal policy, the government has two tools it uses when implementing fiscal policy. The first tool is collecting tax on business, personal income, capital gains, property, and sales. Tax provide the revenue that fund the government. The second tool is government spending. Funds are directed to subsidies, welfare program, public works, infrastructure project, and government jobs. Government spending puts more money back into the economy, which increase demand for product and service. Tools of government direct control policy. First, training and technical education. More training and education should be provided for individuals who have difficulties securing a job. When individuals upgrade their skill and increase their knowledge, they will be able to find a job easily. Second, development of new land. New land can create more job opportunities, especially for people from rural areas. The development of new land is through government agencies such as FELDA, RISDA, and FELCRA. This can reduce unemployment and rural-urban migration. Third, job creation in various sectors of an economy. More job opportunities can be created if there is diversification in an economy. If all sectors in an economy, such as transportation, finance, insurance, service, tourism, manufacturing, construction, and other expand, it will create more jobs and thus reduce unemployment. That's all from us. Thank you.